to the first video that I am filming of 2023, and it looks like I haven't washed my hair since New Year's 2022. It's not actually that greasy. I've just done the school run and it is pouring with what you mortals call rain. And yeah, I got soaked. I got the wettest I've been for a long time. So today I'm going to have a really casual, chill chat. I'm going to dye my roots. I'm going to fix this. This was lilac, and then the lilac washed out to a really pale, purpley yellow. It was not a nice shade, so I slopped some green over the top just to kind of get me through the week until I had time to dye it. And now it's washed out into this Shrek "Who's in my swamp" hair. So we're just gonna have a nice little chat. I've got everything in this carrier bag because I knew I would forget stuff, so I put everything in here last night. And I'm gonna chat as I talk you through what I'm doing with my freaking life. I'm having a midlife crisis now. We're gonna get very deep in this video because I don't feel great. Not like physically, I'm just having a bit of a mental health break at the moment. At the time this video is being filmed, I have deleted my Instagram, my Facebook. By the time this video goes up, I'm sure everything will be back up. But I just got so overwhelmed with I'm gonna part my hair while I'm talking to you about this. I just got so overwhelmed with everything. Oh, I have no makeup on. Ugh, I'm gonna do the black first. And I just got so overwhelmed, and last night I was just like, I need a break. I need a break. I need a Kit Kat. My nose is so sore, I'm getting a cold. And my skin's all blotchy and it's not helping me feel better about myself. But waking up this morning and not having a million notifications has made me feel so much better. That bit's green, if you can call it green. So basically, we're just gonna get straight in. We're just gonna start chatting today. Welcome to Emily's therapy session. I love to start off the new year with new hair, so that's what we're doing today. A bit of new hair and a bit of chatter. So I kind of need your advice. I probably won't listen to your advice, but I would like some advice from you. Oh, I'm doing black first. I'm using Colour Freedom Metallic Glory. This is the best black hair dye I have found. It's not impeccably marvellous, splendiferous, but it is really good. Usually black hair dye fades to brown pretty quickly on my hair. This, I found, it does do that, but it lasts the longest. I've tried, loads of people keep telling me to try I hate Schwarzkopf because it's not cruelty free, but the Schwarzkopf midnight blue black, and I don't really like blue black hair. I don't want it to shine blue in the light because my front will be green and I don't really want blue and green hair. So this is what I'm using, and this is really good. It's from Superdrug and I think it's about £6, maybe £7. I got this on 2 for $12 and I ordered it online and they only sent me one box and they're not sending me the second box because they say I've got it. So I'm not your biggest fan right now, Superdrug, but I do really like this. So where was I? Oh yeah, self-pity. I'm gonna mix this up in one bowl and slop it all on the back and these little bits. And I'm also gonna do my shave bits as well. I'm not gonna grow my sides back, but I am for a little while. They just go a little bit further back than I would like them to go. So I'm gonna grow them back and like this bit's all uneven, so I'm going to grow them back just a little bit and then shave them off again because I want them to just go to about there. I just want it to be a peekaboo shave, not a... Because I have PCOS and my hair is very thin, so I want to keep as much volume as I can, but I also want shaved hair because I love it. So I'm going to mix all this up into a My Little Pony bowl, and then for the bleach we have Peppa Pig. That was a good time snort. I'm Peppa Pig. Yes, I am. Well done. That was probably the first smile I've done in days. So, yeah, God, roundabouts, swings and roundabouts. I work 3 jobs. Give me your pity. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work doing YouTube videos, whether that is filming, editing, well that's all I do, film and edit, is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And this goes into the evening as well, because on Patreon I do live videos and video chats, so it's not just the daytime, it goes into the evening as well. Thursdays and Saturdays I work on Pearson Studio, and I have just started a new job, Friday and Saturday evenings in a bar. Now, I love this job, but this is where, and before you're like, oh my god, you must be loaded, you work 3 jobs. Hell no. So let me tell you. And then Sunday, I sometimes work in the bar, and if not, Sunday is my day off. And my god, I need a day off, because Saturdays I work 15 hours. I work Friday nights till midnight, and then I come home, have a little sleep, go to work for 8, 9, and then I work until about 1 o'clock in the morning at 2 jobs. So I don't get a lot of time, and I think that's the catalyst in all this stress, is I'm just getting overwhelmed with everything. So I had 2 weeks off for Christmas. Oh, it's not coming out. I had 2 weeks off for Christmas, and in that time I was not working at the tattoo studio. It was closed. I was just doing my bar job, and I was just doing YouTube, and I loved it because it was a steady pace, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know how to explain it without sounding like a dick. Working in the tattoo studio, I don't get paid for it. It's a self-employed position. Some weeks I could make a ton of money, and then other weeks I can go and have gone without making a penny. I think all of December I made like 20 quid. And I did my taxes over the 2 weeks of being off. 2021 to 2022, I made more money at the studio than I have so far 2022 to 2023. If you know taxes, you'll understand. The amount of profit I made in 2021 to 22, it was £400, which sounds a lot, but it for a whole year, £400 for a year isn't. Oh, it's not a lot. If someone said you could do your dream job, but you'd only get £400 a year, would you do it? So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. And I know it takes businesses, new businesses, like years to build up reputation, to grow and everything. But I have 2 other jobs, so that's why I had to get the bar job, because I wasn't earning anything from the piercing job, and I have bills to pay. My bills have, cost of living. My bills have shot the up, and I have PayPal credit, I have so many debts I need to pay off. It's been really overwhelming me. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling, and I didn't want this to be a rambling video. So basically, having the 2 weeks off for Christmas and just doing YouTube and my bar job has been so good for me mentally. I didn't realise how drained I was from being somewhere I enjoy, but somewhere I am not getting paid to be. And I have to take Violet with me because I don't have a babysitter, so I'm also, being at work is usually like my me time, but I don't get that at work because I have to take Violet with me, bless her, love her to pieces, but I'm also a mum while I'm trying to work, and that is incredibly difficult. And I was also, I want to give you guys a word of warning. I will never message my body piercer or my tattooist stupid questions ever again. To be fair, I haven't done this for a long, long time, but the amount of messages I got, people have no boundaries when it comes to body artists. Oh my god, I was getting messages on Christmas Day when the studio was closed for 2 weeks. I put up posts saying I won't be replying to messages for 2 weeks. If it's I'll read your messages. If it's an emergency, I will reply, but let me have 2 weeks off for Christmas to spend with my family. And oh my god, I was getting messages on Christmas Day. I've come to the studio, you're not open. I've lost the ball to my piercing, what do I do? The best one, a piercing I did a year ago. What size jewellery did you put in? Now I give everybody aftercare sheets that has your jewellery size, length, when you need to downsize, all that jazz on it. And of course no one reads it. But it was just the end of my straw. Oh, I should have tied that bit up. The end of my straw was Christmas Day when I was getting messages. And then I didn't reply to one message. She said she'd lost her ball, and I read it. And I worked Christmas Day as well. So I was at my bar job Christmas Day, and I didn't reply to her. And then about 2 hours later, I got the message, the question marks. If you message me question marks, I will block you, because I hate it. I hate it so much. So let's fast forward a bit because I'm rambling. So now I've had 2 weeks off, and I need to do something about this because this is stressing me out so much. So I need to keep doing YouTube because that, again, I did my taxes, so I now know what pays what. Doing YouTube pays for the majority of my stuff. So YouTube is my full-time job. There's no doubt about that. Piercing I do it 2 days a week. It is a career and it is something that I could potentially do for the rest of my life. But right now, it's costing me money. It's costing me money to get there, to buy supplies, and it's stressing me the out. Like, if someone came to me and said, my job is stressing me out so much, I would be saying to them, leave, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Oh, I didn't want this whole video to be talking about work, I'm so sorry. So that's my piercing job. And then my bar job is just Friday, Saturday nights, when there's football on, things like when there's events on. And I adore it, and I love it, and I was explaining to Ben, the bar is so, I'm not going to tell you where it is because I want to keep a bit of privacy. Within my first week of being there, you get this, it's very much like Wetherspoons, where you get the same people go in. Within my first week of being there, all the regulars had learnt my name. They'd taken the time out of their day to learn my name. It feels like they care. They've taken the time out of their day to ask me how I'm doing, if I'm all right. They don't just walk in and go, Carlsberg, like you're a piece of like they it's like, is it Cheers? Where everybody knows your name. Never actually said it, but I know that bit of the song. And I'll tell you what, after working at Spoons for so long, and Primark, and jobs where people treat you like a number, not a person, it's so nice to have somewhere that, like, that's it, that people have taken the time to get to know me. Oh, I've got itchy bum and gloves with hair dye on. That worked a treat. So my thing for you, my question for you, I'm sorry for rambling, I do have other topics to talk about. What would you do? Oh no, I need a clip. I'm going around in circles, not just my hair. Okay, go back, there we go. And then I'm just gonna slop the rest of this dye all over the back. Would you give up, I can't give up YouTube, would you give up the bar job that you have just started, you're really enjoying it, and you get paid? And my first wage I got just before Christmas, and I paid off half my PayPal credit debt. Just gone, snap, like that. And I almost cried because I was like, to have that much debt paid off in one go, I honestly, it felt so good. It felt so good. Or would you give up the job that is a career, could continue to be a career, could lead to me opening my own piercing studio one day, which I'm not sure I want to do now because I couldn't even get a break on Christmas Day. But I'm not making I'm not making much money from it. So yeah. I'm going to move on to the next topic, but just what would you do? Because I literally need someone to tell me what to do, because I can't make up my mind. I just need to apply for a game show and go on and win hundreds of thousands of pounds so I never have to work again. Oh, what is that big lump on my head? Yeah, sorry for whinging, guys. I haven't seen my friends and I've just kept this in and it's just exploded today. So, I wasn't sure if I was going to wash this off and then do the bleach, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because every time I do the bleach and the black at the same time, when I wash it off, the black runs into the bleached bit and turns it kind of grey. Let me set my alarm. If I do this first, then when I do the bleach, it will go over the greyness of this, if you're with me. I don't think I'll have time to put the green on today, but I'll do it later tonight, and then I'll insert a clip at the end. So you'll see it, don't worry. So I'm gonna leave this for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna quickly film a little Patreon video. So I will come back to you guys after I've washed this off and we'll do the bleach, and then we'll talk about something a bit more uplifting. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I'm fresh-faced, no broad, and my house is very cold, you know. Cost of living, can't put the heating on. Yeah, I feel so much better now. I had a little rant on Patreon, and I've had a nice shower, and I look so much like my brother without a fringe. Come on, fringe, make me Emily again. So I feel a lot better, so thank you for listening to me earlier. Let's do some bleach. Let's talk about some fun stuff as well, because I'm sorry I feel like drowning you out. What have I been doing? I covered my Pepsi up with a glove while I was in the shower, so the fly didn't get in it. Although I haven't seen the fly since he vacated my room. I kept these tied up while I showered to keep the sections sectioned off, so it's just a bit easier for me. So I'm just going to section up the bits that are not sectioned up. So, happier stuff. The room I'm in at the moment, it is my studio, and I filmed many a video in this room. Would you believe it? Would you believe if I told you, I'm a man, would you believe if I told you I decorated this room? So this wall is the same, that wall's the same, that wall's the same. Basically, this whole half of the room has been decorated, and it is all completely different. Oh, my hair's so... When it's wet, it's still a bit damp. It goes so brittle, so I have to be careful. And I did vlog it, so that will be up at some point. I'm just giving it a little while because of my my living room vlog's only just gone up, so I want to space my videos out a little bit more. But yeah, I decorated the whole... I don't want to tell too much, I want to wait for the video. Bleach, London Total Bleach. This is my favourite bleach. It doesn't damage my hair half as much as other bleaches do, and it is vegan and cruelty free as well. But for just simply for how it doesn't damage my hair, I will continue to use this. Pardon me. Pour it all into my Peppa Pig bowl. I ain't got gloves on. Let's put gloves on first. So yeah, I decorated my room. I've got a list in front of me of things I want to talk to you about. Things I want to talk about. Next thing on my list, I'm so sure some of you have probably already commented this. Where is my lip piercing? It's gone. It's gone! It flew away home. So if you're on my Patreon, you'll know this already. If you're not on my Patreon and you want more details, ding! There is my Patreon. I will also link it at the end if you want to watch the video and then check it out. So you get all the goss on there as it happens, when it happens. You get it all developed. Smell it. I pierced my lip, my vertical labret, in February, I think, maybe March of last year. And it was absolutely fine. It got a little bit irritated when I put lipstick on, but I only started wearing lipstick towards the end of the year because I was very self-conscious about it. Didn't want to mess it up, so I was very careful. I think October sort of time. I'm gonna cough now. My room is not ventilated. Pouring the powder in, and around October time, I started to get an irritation bump on the bottom, which is crazy. With a lot of people, irritation bumps usually pop up from 1 to 6 weeks. They can pop up absolutely anytime at all. But with me, it's usually at 6 weeks. And I tried everything to get rid of it. I changed my jewellery, I made it shorter, like made it fit better. I was still cleaning it, but not as often as like when you first get a piercing done. So I went back to cleaning it. Higher quality jewellery, you name it, plucking my hairs out of my beard. You know, maybe it's an ingrown hair. But nothing seemed to work, and it got to, so that was like October I noticed it, and it got to December. I had a little stressy hissy fit, and I just took it out, and I was just like, oh, I'm so over this. I won't go into it too much, but I did get my lip pierced again, and I had that for that or them, you have to wait and see. I had that set up for about a week, not even a week. It was I got it done on a Thursday, and I think I took them out on the Sunday. I have an appointment actually at the end of this month, at the end of January, to get my vertical done again. I have it's healing up really well. I do have a bump there still, don't know how well you can see. But the reason I took it out then and there, because I was like, right, if I take it out now, hopefully it will go away by January, the end of January, and then I can just quickly nip to London, get it done again, and Bob's your uncle. So I have an appointment booked for the end of January, like literally a few weeks, and I'm gonna get it done again. I just don't know if you want me to vlog it though, because I feel like I've already vlogged, and I go to the same studio, so you've seen the footage so many times. So if you would like me to vlog it, let me know, but if not, it's not the end of the world. Or maybe I'll vlog it and actually show the procedure, because I always show the procedure but I put music over it. Maybe I'll show like the full uncut everything. Would you prefer that? Let me know. And I'm all booked in for that and I'm very excited. So what else? What am I doing? I'm doing you. Oh, I need to tie that bit up. Happy New Year. Haven't actually said Happy New Year. This video's been so selfish. Happy New Year, everyone. I worked Christmas and New Year. I need a clip. Do I have a clip? Do I? That'd be organised, wouldn't it, Emily? I worked Christmas and New Year. I'm not really a partier. Like, I prefer to save my money and go to London or have a big night out rather than have, little nights out here. Because to be honest, Ipswich's nightlife is not good. So I worked New Year's and I worked Christmas Day, and working Christmas Day is something that I have always wanted to do. So I had the morning with Violet before anyone's like, why you didn't spend Christmas with your daughter? We always go to my mum's for Christmas Day and we have the whole day at my mum's and then Boxing Day at Ben's mum's. But this year was the first year, because I was working, it was the first year that Ben, me and Violet got Christmas just ourselves. It was so lovely. So we had Christmas morning, just us. Violet opened her presents. I went to work. I was only working for 2.5 hours, so it's not like it was a whole day away. Ben and Violet went to his mum's for lunch, and I went to work, and then they came pick me up, and then we went to my mum's. So it worked out really well. I need a smaller brush. That's the same size! Do I have a makeup brush I could use? Oh, I actually do. Should we try a makeup brush to get these bits back here? Oh my god, it's actually working. And working Christmas is just something I have always wanted to do. There's no specific reason, like I'm not an overly loving Christmas person. It was so nice to work it and spend it with people that maybe didn't have family to go. There was one person that said, I think his wife had died last Christmas, and this was his first Christmas alone, so he came to the bar, and it was so lovely to feel like I was making a difference. But if I hadn't worked, the bar wouldn't be open because there wasn't enough staff. So he would have been like Kevin McAllister, Home Alone. And so it was so lovely that I feel like I made a difference to that person. Because to me, you go back. Oh, you're supposed to be in there. Okay, you go there. To me, it was just a day. It was just, Violet got her presents. It wasn't, I'm not religious, so, there's nothing about Jesus. I don't watch the King's speech. It was just another normal, was it a Sunday? It was another normal Sunday for me. And I worked it, and it was so nice. And I said like I would 100% work it again next year. And I got paid double. New Year's is the same. I'm not really a New Year's fan, I make resolutions every year, and it's always like lose weight, eat healthier, and I never frickin' stick to them. Oh, there's half my hair come out. So I worked New Year, and we had a little event on at my work. So Ben and Violet and a lot of my friends actually came. So I did get to spend New Year with my friends, and that was so lovely. At midnight there was pie cannons, and it was really lovely. It was really, really lovely, and I'm so appreciative that Ben, because Ben doesn't really like it either, but he brought Violet along, and Violet stayed up till 12:30, and it was really nice. But of course, nothing changes because I woke up January 1st still depressed. I am rewatching all of Jonathan Creek at the moment, and I forgot how much I loved it. But only the ones with Madeline in. I'm not really into the new ones with, is it Sarah Alexander? Yeah, she's not as good as Maddie. But I forgot how much I loved a bit of Jonathan Creek. Oh, there's black on that bit. That's going to come out nice and ginger, isn't it? That's been my saviour, actually, through all the stress times, through all the... I'm going to shut my social media off and not talk to anyone. I'm going to run away and live in the forest. I'm going to be the old lady from Brave, live in a cave and play with wisps. All these thoughts, I had Jonathan Creek on in the background. Maybe using a makeup brush wasn't the best idea. I just need to get a smaller hair dye brush. I feel like this is too small. Yeah, I forgot how good Jonathan Creek was. And I'm trying to stay popular. I'm trying to stay positive for what this year has in store. Because like I said, I'm quite a, you know, nothing really changes at midnight. But I'm trying to stay positive and think about all the good things that are happening this year. And I did, you know, I've got some awesome gigs. I'm hoping to go to Download. I don't know if I will. I mean, I've got everything sorted out. I've got babysitter and everything. It just depends on which way I go with my decision, as if I can afford it or not. I really do want to go. It's literally my dream lineup. Well, there could be a few more ones on there, but all of my favourite bands are playing, and of course Motionless in White are playing, even though I'm seeing them in March. Thumbs up if you're going to see Motionless, and 2 thumbs up if you're going to see them in London. I will see you there. Let me go to the front because I'm only 4'11" and Chris loves me. You don't keep us apart. So I've got some good things coming up this year. So I am trying to stay positive about everything. But you know me, I'm a negative Nancy. Didn't do this very well, did I? This is why you shouldn't do your own hair. I got bleach all over the bit. I have just blacked out. Why did you do that? I think next time I will do them at the same time because that does make it a bit easier. Oh, Ben and I had a film night the other night and we watched Don't Worry Darling. I was a bit dubious because it's got Harry Styles in it and I can't really, you know, I'm not a fan of his music. And the only thing I really know about him is he was an X Factor kid. But he was really good. And if you're in, so basically think 50s housewives, everything, women cook and clean and men go off to work and everybody's happy and perfect. But it's not what you think. The women can't leave the town. I don't want to give anything away because I didn't know anything about it and I really enjoyed it. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Because that's going to go on that little black tuft here, isn't it? Let's just pop the shower cap on and hope for the best. The elastic's gone in my shower cap, so I have to put an elastic band, a hairband around it. Okay, don't touch the tuft. Let's just leave it like that. Set me alarm. I've got hair dye all over my trousers. Goodness, how long do we leave it? I leave it on for about 20 minutes. The film was so good and really something that I thought it was going to go down a Stepford Wives route. I thought, you know, maybe they're all robots or something, but it got very dark and it got very twisted and it got very Black Mirror-y. If you like Black Mirror, definitely check it out. It's called Don't Worry Darling. Yeah, no, Ben and I really enjoyed it. We also watched Black Phone the other day. I saw it at the cinema. Me and my brother and my friend went to see it, and then Ben was like, oh, I really wanted to see it. Not want the cinema anymore. So we rented it and he loved it. Other than that, I haven't really watched much. Why do I look like the wolf from Shrek? Can't catch a break. Bleach in my eye. So, I don't know what else to talk to you about. My biggest thing was work and that took up like the whole video. I'm so sorry. My list, I've got Ice Nine Kills in March. I've got Motionless in White in March. Motionless in White is the gig that carried over from 3 years ago. So I've had my tickets that long and it's just, so I'm so glad it's finally happening because I need to see Chris's beautiful face and I need to sing and put the tears back in your eyes. Oh, Jesus. And I need to sing Another Life with Chris and pretend that he's singing it to me and I'm singing it to him and then we will just be together in another life. Yeah, I'm so excited. I don't know what to wear. I might do a get ready with me for Motionless because I tend to dress slutty for motionless gigs, but we are going up very early, like very, very early in the morning, and hanging out at the venue all day because I want to be at the front. Because Motionless in White are only the support, like it's not their gig. I don't understand this, because they are bigger than Beartooth, not just in my mind, like in my heart too, but they are bigger, in my opinion, than Beartooth, so I don't know why Motionless are supporting. Oh, I don't know. My head's starting to burn now. Got any more topics to talk to you about? Not really. We decorated Violet's room as well. You won't see that though, because that was a private thing. She just wanted a bit more of a grown-up bedroom. Her bedroom was baby blue with white clouds all up, think Toy Story, with white clouds all at the bottom, and it had lots of rainbows. Basically when she was 4 she wanted a rainbow bedroom, so I did it one day when she was at school, and she's 8 now, she'll be 9 this year, and she asked for a teenager's room. So we went to B&Q, which you will see in the vlog for my studio, and she picked out a colour for her room, and I just stole a little bit of the paint to do one wall in my studio. So that's what colour her room is, but she does have a bit more of a teenager's room now. She got a bit more of a grown-up bed. She got, we didn't really do much to her room, just kind of paint it and put a new bed in, or an old bed. You have to wait for the vlog. Yeah, and just tidied her toys up, got rid of all her baby toys that she still had because she's a hoarder. But yeah, she got a nice little grown-up room, and she got a mini fridge for Christmas. That's all she asked for, was a mini fridge, and she you know, Santa got her one. Yeah, so now she lives in her room after I did the living room so she could chill in it with Ben, but no, she lives in her room. Thanks, Violet. Yeah, other than that, I've just been a bit of a depressed squirrel. Haven't really done anything. I've been waking up, working, watching a Jonathan Creek, and going to bed. That's literally been my routine. And that's why I've been so stressed, because I've been so overwhelmed with not seeing my friends and not having any time with Ben, not having time with Violet. Even though I had 2 weeks off from one of my jobs, I didn't really get 2 weeks off, and yeah, it just overwhelmed me, and that depressed me a bit, because I've said in a lot of my videos, I very much need my alone time. I very much need my peace and quiet. More than 2 messages on my phone screen, 2 comments, and I'm like, freaking hell. I just had a coughing fit. More than 2 messages on my phone screen, and I'm just like, can't do this, can't do this. Nina! I had a moment of, I suddenly get why so many influencers disappear from social media. And it got me thinking to like Drac Makins and Riri Phillips. They got big and then they just went. And I always wondered, like, why? You're doing so good, like, you know, carry on, you got this. But I got it, and I was just like, it is so overwhelming, because you are just one person. Because not only do I have, oh, we're going around again, not only do I have my 3 jobs, I'm a mum, and that is my priority. That is my priority. Violet is my priority. And I keep a clean house. Well, I run my house, I do my washing, I do my washing up, and do you know what I mean? Juggling 3 jobs, a child, social media, you know, it's a lot. What is that? Oh, I just put my hand in bleach. Oh, I don't know. I stress myself out because I think about things. I'm a dweller, so I will have a shower, I'll wash this off and have a shower and be like, I should have said that to that bully who pushed me over 17 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's me. Things stick with me, and I do think about things a lot, and they go round and round like a freaking merry-go-round. That's it. I don't know what else to say other than I got a UPS customs charge for £96 today. No, I actually got it like a few weeks ago, but I put that on my pile of stuff to deal with later, and then they've just sent me a letter, which I got when I washed my hair. It came to the door. £96 customs charge to pay for a parcel, Because apparently if you mark parcel, apparently if you order stuff from America now, it used to be that if you marked it as a gift, because it is a gift, you didn't get customs charges on it. That's not the case anymore. That's not the case. You have to put the value low. I think that might be fraud to lie about it. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying I got a £96 customs charge for something that was a gift. Ugh, f*** you Christmas and your customs charges. Right, my head's burning, so I'm gonna go. Once I've washed this off, I will slop green on. I use Manic Panic Electric Lizard. This is my favourite green dye. And it is UV. And then I will chuck the green on, but I won't bother filming that because I have to get ready for the school run. So by the time I've showered and dried my hair, it'll be time for me to go. And then I'll swap the green on when I come home and I sleep in it. So I'll chat to you guys tomorrow morning before I go to work. And let's see how I'm feeling tomorrow before my first day back at work, back at the piercing job after 2 weeks off. But not 2 weeks off because people have been messaging me every single freaking day moaning about stuff that is out of my control because you lost your aftercare sheet. I literally have my aftercare sheets from piercings that I got done. Like my first nose piercing that I got done, what, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? I've still got my aftercare sheet because it's got my jewellery size on it. Be organised! I'm not even organised, but I have that. Right, I'm gonna go. This is burning, my burning lines. So I'll chat to you guys tomorrow morning with, hopefully, lovely green hair. I'm feeling a lot better about myself. At least the first one will be done. Hey guys, welcome back. You've just been watching the rest of this video. How are you doing? How are you doing? I've got my notes because I've got lots to talk to you about again. So in typical Emily fashion, it has in fact not been one day since I dyed my hair. At the end of the bit you just watched, it's like, oh, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when my hair's done and I've done my makeup and I look all cute. And no, that never happens. It's in actual fact been about a week and the condensation on my septum ring is pouring like Niagara Falls. I'm glad that I took a week to update this little bit because if I had filmed the next day, it was a day, so I filmed the first bit on the Wednesday and then the Thursday I was going to work and it was my first day back at the tattoo studio after Christmas and everything had just got on top of me. I didn't really talk about it in the first part of the video, but it isn't just work that's getting on top of me. There are a lot of other things and then I watched that, I edited that bit of the video and I was like, I'm just jabbering on about work. There's a lot of other things as well. It's just overwhelmed and yeah. Here I am. It's been a week. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel so much better. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off me and it's been a week. I feel honestly like a different person. Maybe the faculty got me. Hello, Josh Hartnett. No, he's not my type. Before I start chatting to you about all my nonsense, I used Manic Panic Electric Lizard. I have a tub here and it did come out bright. And it did come out brighter than this, but I have learned, my friend calls me a bullshit for this, but I refused to not believe it. I have learned that when you straighten or curl your hair, the heat dulls your hair dye. And I swear, before I curled this just a minute ago, this was like, that's really uneven, isn't it? This was like more neon, and I'm looking at it on my camera and it looks a bit duller, so can someone tell me if that's true? Because my friend's like, nah, you talking shit. And I'm like, nah, bro, I seen it before my eyes. I think it's true. And I put it on for hours and hours and hours and I clipped it up and I didn't sleep in it because the last time I slept with it on this part of my face, I woke up and it was all over my face. And it's easy to get off, but it's not easy waking up looking like Shrek Shag the Grinch when you're already feeling a bit crap about yourself. So I dyed all the underneath and I don't know, it's kind of, my plan was to shave it off again in a few months, just wait for the back of it to get a bit longer. But I'm kind of loving how it gives this part of my hair a bit more volume. Because before, I don't know if it's because I'm doing this constantly, but before my hair would just sit quite flat to my face, which is one thing I hate because I hate my face. And that's why I like puffy hair and I curl this bit round and it's just kind of puffing out a little bit. So I may grow it back. I don't know, I haven't decided. But you know me, I'll do a whole get ready with me, talk about it for 55 minutes, and yeah, and just growing it back that just makes me feel better. But it just makes me feel better, so I'm growing it back. But I'm gonna dye it and I'm gonna grow it back, and then a week later I shave it off. Come on, you know this swings and roundabouts with my channel now. So at the time of filming this, again, my social media is back up, but I have every notification turned off, and the peace and quiet I feel within my soul is amazing. I woke up again this morning. I put my stuff back up last night, and I woke up this morning, and again, I didn't have a whole phone screen full of wonderful messages. Because I don't want you to think I'm ungrateful, because I do really, really, really appreciate your messages, your support, everything. It's just sometimes it gets very overwhelming. So I've put everything back up, but I have turned the notifications off, so I won't see your messages or anything unless I physically click on the app, which I keep doing by mistake because it's habit. Like, open my phone. No, Emily, we don't want Instagram. And it's been so good. So I think I'm going to keep notifications off until further notice, but I am back on social media, and that's good because I bought a vegan Kit Kat today. Haven't tried it. I'll wait for Ben to come home. I actually took a picture ready to put it on my Instagram later on so I can tell you all if it's really nice. And I sent a picture to Ben. I was like 80p, 80p. Yeah, so we can have a little feast later and have half a Kit Kat each. Oh, I already feel so much better. I am taking a break from the tattoo studio for I don't know how long, the foreseeable future. And I'm so, I feel so free. I walked out of the studio earlier than I was supposed to. The last day at the studio, everything was just, you know when you know you're at the end? And I knew I was at the end, and I knew it was like, right, an hour to go, and then I can just... And I walked out the studio and it didn't feel any different. And then I got home, and then I had to get dressed for my third job. And then I did that. And then I got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning on the Sunday, and I went to bed, and I woke up on the Sunday and I was just... I woke up with no notifications. I woke up knowing that for at least the next few weeks, my work life is gonna be 33% less stressful. It was just nice. I just felt so... Oh, my rolls are out. I just felt so good. So I've got some time off from the tattoo studio now to just decide what I want to do, if I want to go back. I guess luckily it is a career that you can go back into, maybe not at the same studio, you know, I'm guessing if I don't go back they'll get someone else in, but I can go around to tattoo studios and be like, look, I used to be a piercer, can I come and work here? I don't know, I've got a few weeks to see how I feel. Yeah, I just feel like the whole world got on top of me and I just needed a break. I've started talking a little bit more, and I think just these little steps are such a big thing for me, and I think and I hope that this is the start of a happier, healthier me. I don't know, I feel like I've been around this song and dance so many times on my channel. Oh, I feel sad. Oh great, I feel fantastic. I've dealt with mental health issues since I was 8 years old is the first time I started noticing and writing in my diary and praying. Oh my god, I used to pray because I used to go to Sunday school. My parents aren't religious, but my neighbours were, and my mum used to send us to Sunday school to get us out of the house for a few hours on a Sunday. So I used to pray, I used to believe in God, and I used to pray out of my window, a giant window in my old bedroom, just one big square window. I used to sit at the end of my bed and pray to be happy, and that was 8 years old, and that's when things started, my family started to break down, and that's when I remember the moment that I haven't been okay from is 8 years old. I think that's why I'm so, I don't want to say comfortable, but I'm so used to this cycle of going up and down and up and down, because I've done it for so long, and I don't know what it's like to not be on this yo-yo, downward dog. I don't know. All I know is that for right now, I'm feeling better. And I'm so looking forward to the next few weeks of just YouTube. No other work, no other stress, just YouTube, focusing on my daughter, focusing on me. And I'm really looking forward to it. Sorry, I didn't really want to ramble for that long. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. The black let's talk about the hair. The black came out really well, and I do have my extensions in because I cut my hair really, really short. A few weeks ago, actually, I just got home from work one day, mini breakdown and went, I'm going to cut my hair off, and I cut quite a few inches off. So I got my extensions in, and because my hair is black again, not dark brown, they blend really, really well again. And the green, I love. I promise you, it was more neon a minute ago. I just wish it would stay up like this, but I do put hairspray in it if I'm going out, but I really hate that after I put hairspray in it, I have to wash my hair, and I'm lazy because it fades my hair dye and it takes ages to dry because my hair's damaged. I think that's it. Before I go, I have a couple of shout outs, but I also want to shout out you guys, and I want to thank you all so much for listening. Because even if you just clicked on this video and you didn't expect the emotional roller coaster that you got, it ended on a loop. I appreciate you listening this far, and for whether it's just because you want to see me fail or you want to see me get better, I really appreciate your help. It really, know that either way you've made a difference, and I appreciate it, and I love you, so thank you. And shout outs, I have 2 shout outs for Charlotte and Lindsay. Thank you guys so much. It's specifically because of people like you two that have allowed me to be able to say, right, I'm gonna take a step back from this job, just focus on this one or this too. Like, do you know what I mean? It's literally because of people like you that I have been able to make that choice. Otherwise, I would just keep grounding into the concrete with 3 jobs, working my ass off, getting no money, and just continuing this forever roly-poly. So thank you guys. I really, really mean it. Thank you. If you want to know more about what I get up to when I'm not on YouTube, because I only upload once a week, sometimes twice a week though, maybe. I can't say more. Do not say you'll upload more, Emily, because you know you won't. If you want to see more content, check out my Patreon, because it really, really does help out my channel. And if you just want to tip me like a one-off, buy me a coffee. It says coffee, I don't drink coffee. Buy me a hot chocolate. Nero's hot chocolate at £2.95. And it says you can tip me £3 and 5p gets in. I literally worked it all out. I was like, I literally just want a hot chocolate. So you can tip me a hot chocolate if you click the Ko-Fi link, and I will love you forever. Every little helps, and every little helps me continue to do what hopefully you love by being here. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm gonna go. I got another video to film, and it's a sassy one. So stay tuned for that. That'll be up in a few weeks, because I'm hoping you'll forget that I'm dressed like this, and then you'll watch that video, because I don't like to do 2 videos where I'm dressed the same, but I'm like, I'm not getting dressed again. I'm dressed today, and that's it. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. And thank you. You don't know how much difference you make to this sad little hag's life. It's a lot. But that's it. I will see you very soon with another video. Hopefully still on cloud. Not quite cloud 9. Cloud 2.5. Much love, boobs. Take care of yourself. And most of all, concentrate on your mental health. I hope 2023 is a fantastic year for you. And stay weird.